Good morning, YouTube. This is T's Alpha 4C. That's T. That's Chris. And today, we're going to be throwing carbon fiber bits on this to make it look a lot cooler. Unfortunately, they don't really make it so that you can replace the parts. They just kind of stick over it. They make all this cool carbon fiber everywhere. This is all carbon, the carbon tub, and then they're like, no, composite.
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me. Like, why they cheaped out there?
Complastic.
Complastic, yeah.
Plastic.
Yeah, it's like, what? Like, because this looks all beautiful and cool, and then that. We're going to epoxy these suckers on, which is going to be fascinating.
Can't stop, won't stop. I can't stop, won't stop. I can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop.
So that definitely got you guys at 106.
I mean, the good news is
Tweezers
you're
work.
effectively not really adding any weight. I mean,
The
you-
epoxy's gonna add more weight.
yeah, the epoxies are way more. Yeah, you're gonna have to like slide it under the lip somehow. Well,
Well,
maybe not.
yeah, look at that.
It's like right up to it.
Right up to it.
Okay,
Okay,
That'll look pretty
that
sweet.
worked.
that's gonna look really
I wish
good.
they had these little pieces.
Yeah, why don't they?
Why don't-
They do. I didn't order it.
Oh yeah, you said it was like another $1,200 or something.
No, it's gonna take like another 2 months for me to get it.
Oh,
2
we'll just
months?
order it and glue it on later.
Yeah, you could always add it. That's a like.
Oh, and I wanna get this piece too.
Oh, that's jeez, more composite.
And
Why?
yeah, more composite. Yeah.
I don't get that because like the whole tub is carbon.
Yeah.
They spent all that time because that's really hard.
Oh yeah.
This is not.
Right.
Yeah, this is just an add-on.
But you should
Alright.
get the carbon fiber engine cover. Which
Yeah. So first thing we're gonna do is clean it using some detailing spray. Just make sure there's no crap because we want it to have a good clean surface before we throw down some epoxy. Ooh, doing a good job there.
Yeah.
I was meant to do this.
Yeah, I can polish the hell out of stuff.
It's wax on, wax off.
Yes. Son of a bitch. So I have a epoxy applicator, but that is a giant tube of epoxy, and if you notice,
Will not
Your
fit.
gun just
will not fit. My gun's not big enough. Lots of puns and jokes, haha. Cut to clips of that's what she said.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Hey, that's what she said.
That's what she said.
All right, guys. So we're gonna go to Home Depot real quick and then get an epoxy gun.
A few moments later.
So we went to Home Depot, could not find a dispenser, but we did find a bunch of JB Weld. Oh yeah. In fact, this JB Weld specifically says it works on carbon fiber, so that should do. And it's good for 3,700 PSI. I think it'll hold. So we're just taping up the paint just to make sure that we don't have any epoxy leak out onto the paint, because that would really suck. Alright, got it nice and taped up, as you can see. Tape does not like to stick to the weather stripping very well, so well, it's the best we can do. But that was the biggest concern, is just protecting the paint, just in case some of the epoxy drips off or something as it's curing. It seems unlikely, but yeah, we don't want epoxy to touch the paint. That would be very bad. Seems kind of irreversible.
It's irreversible, like my raincoat.
Alright, one last wipe down since we touched it, and now we're gonna mix up the JB Weld on a piece of cardboard because it's disposable. So spray it on there, mix it up, and then we're gonna kind of paint. The idea is to paint the edges, so get as close as we can, kind of painting the edges with the epoxy, and then kind of zigzag in the middle. So it doesn't need, it's not, you know, we don't want to coat the entire piece with epoxy. Just make sure it's gonna stick everywhere as much as it can. So it's spread it out, mix it around. Got it covered nicely, so we're gonna be very precise because I don't think it's gonna want to be adjusted once it's on there. The good news is it's starting to harden a little, so I don't think we have to worry about it dripping very much. And then we're gonna have to obviously wipe away some of the excess.
Make sure we get the tip on.
Okay.
Go down. Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, it's kind of like wrap around the back and then
Yeah.
press forward.
Okay, press forward.
Ooh, that actually is working pretty good so far. Spots we're gonna have to get some towels. Yeah. We got a paper towel. Clean up some of the excess.
It has to like wrap down.
So what we're finding is we have to kind of hold it down on the edges to keep those pinned. We obviously got some weights on it. And then of course a little bit of goop kind of squeezed out, a little bit of epoxy, so we're using some rubbing alcohol to make sure that none of it's on the carbon fiber. So far so good. It looks really good. I think that's the good news. So we're getting there. We're gonna take a little bit of sandpaper to the plastic to roughen it up so it's gonna stick a little better. Probably should have done that in the other piece. I guess we were a little bit nervous about doing that, and now we're like, all right, it's working.
This hurts so bad.
I know. So we got 80 grit. We're just roughening up the surface, which if we weren't covering this would be like the world's biggest sin. She's like, no, can't do it.
Sand your
Tomorrow.
car.
My
Sand your
baby.
car.
Ruin your finish.
Yes, yeah, why not?
Baby.
Hey, next time I'll take a key to the door.
Ooh,
No.
oh God.
It's my baby.
This hurts.
I know.
At least I know it's not my car.
Hey.
Oh,
That's so mean.
not very helpful. All right, getting all the edges real good. This will stick. Painful, but
Yeah.
worthy. It's a worthy cause for the carbon fiber. The final piece. We determined that we're going to remove the tape from the front. What we're going to do is kind of tuck the weather stripping over the carbon once we lay it. I think that's going to work better. And then it won't matter if some of the epoxy kind of spills out underneath the weather stripping, so whatever, you won't see it ever again. I think you just lay it right on this.
Okay.
And then you want to take one, I'll take one.
Sounds good.
Let's work our way. Here's a stick. Oh, jeez. Stick.
I'm not as seasoned a mixer as Daniel is now. You had a head start.
I'm an expert level mixer.
Yeah.
I definitely don't think it's gonna come off. Oh.
Get my good side, girl.
Flip it.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
My back lined up, your back lined up.
Back lined up.
Where's your thing for the?
I think we just need to put a lot of weight on it. Yeah. On your
I
side?
got fingerprints on it, so we're gonna have to do something about that. Definitely need alcohol.
I think that piece, just the way it curves, it's not going to stick until it starts to bond.
Making sure the gap's maintained. It looks like the gap is getting a little close. It needs to have a healthy, consistent gap all the way through. Just pressing it forward a little bit. Looks like I have about a 1/4 inch over here. How you looking over there?
It's almost there. Just gotta wait for it to dry. The problem is the curve on it is just not quite good enough where it just wants to pop up the edge. So we just gotta hold it for 15 minutes. And unfortunately my C-clamp wasn't big enough to actually squish it. How's everyone's day?
Oh, great. How's yours?
It's going great. Almost dry. Got a highly scientific coolant and soap weights.
Yep.
Precisely placed to hold the carbon fiber as the JB Weld seals it up. It's looking really good though. Look at this. Oh yeah.
Oh, you have the cap.
Looking sexy.
Looking sexy. I can't believe they didn't put that from the factory or have that as an option. Because you said that's not even an option, right?
Not an option.
That's
No.
stupid. Like, at least have it as an option. I could understand it being an expensive option, but at least be an option. The unveiling.
See if we run the paint or not.
Yeah, see if we screwed up. Oh yeah, so far so good.
Uh-oh, I sanded too low. Just kidding.
There we go. Yeah, I might have to scrape off a little bit of goot there. How much was it?
It's like 1,300.
Ooh. Ooh. Well, carbon is always expensive. Ooh. Yeah, that looks so much better. Wow. Dang, I should have gotten pictures of it in the sunlight before. Yeah, that looks really good. Woo, job well done. You definitely need these little triangles.
Yeah, I didn't even know that it didn't come with it.
Yeah, I can't believe it didn't. Why would they sell that but not that?
Yeah.
It looks remarkably better.
Bellissimo.
Bellissimo. Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Yeah. How it doesn't
You
fit
know, it's,
super tight, but it still makes a great stick.
yeah,
Nice.
it's
Looking good. It gets really close when you're opening and closing, but it does actually fit.
Go.
Woo.
It's like a pair of scissors.
Oh my god, it is like very.
It's seriously like millimeters, not even millimeters. You're good.
Nanometers.
Nanometers.
So does it mean that I have to like be careful when I like?
I would just
There's a
throw it
curse.
open or slam it shut. Maybe just be
I just
gentle.
goes gentle.
But I mean, clearly it didn't rub, so that's what really matters.
Yeah.
Got to hear this glorious little four banger.
Yep.
Not bad. Oh yeah. Yeah, you should be fine. Oh, we gotta get the carbon as they enter the sunlight. Oh! There you go. Sweet. That is a cool little car, man.
Fun.
It looks so good.